The Florida Department of Transportation, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, welcomes you to the Design Public Information Meeting for the Orlando South Interchange Phase 1, Beachline Interchange at La Quinta Drive, and truck parking at Milepost 5.5 project in Orange County. This project is covered under Financial Project Identification or FPID numbers 438547-2, 444979-1, and 444979-3. This is the virtual public information meeting that is being held on June 16th, 2026, beginning at 5:30. The in-person meeting will be held on June 18th at the University of Central Florida Rosen College of Hospitality Management, located at 9907 Universal Boulevard in Orlando, from 5:30 until 7:30 p.m. The purpose of tonight's public information meeting is to provide you with an opportunity to learn about the proposed project and to offer your input. This meeting will provide you with an opportunity to review project details. We will begin by introducing the project team members participating in this virtual meeting. Then we will share a project informational video. After the video, we will conclude by addressing frequently asked questions related to the project. My name is Mike Leo. I'm a consultant to the enterprise and the project manager for this project. Here with me today are representatives from Florida's Turnpike Enterprise team and the Design Consultant Project team. If you do not hear audio during this virtual meeting, please check your computer speakers using the control panel. At this time, we would like to recognize any federal, state, county, or city officials who have joined tonight. Thank you for joining us. We will now begin the project informational video, which will run for approximately 20 minutes.
Florida Department of Transportation, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, welcomes you to the public information meeting to provide project updates for the Orlando South Interchange Phase 1, Beachline Interchange at La Quinta Drive, and truck parking at Beachline Milepost 5.5 projects in Orange County. We appreciate your attendance and participation. A public notice, including information on how to participate in this public meeting, was emailed to elected and appointed officials, mailed to property owners and tenants, posted on the Florida Administrative Register, posted on the FDOT Public Notices page, and posted to the FDOT Media Releases page. A notice was also posted on the project website at www.floridasturnpike.com/Orlando South Interchange and on social media platforms. The project is being developed in accordance with the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Under Title VI of the Civil Rights Act, public participation is solicited without regard to race, color, national origin, age, sex, religion, disability, or family status. To express concerns relative to the Department's compliance with Title VI, please contact the following individuals: Desiree Stills at 407-264-3111 or Lisa Bethencourt at 850-414-4742. There are multiple ways to participate in this public information meeting. The virtual option is being held Tuesday, June 16th, 2026, where members of the public can participate virtually or using their telephone. The in-person option is being held Thursday, June 18th, 2026, in an open house format at the UCF Rosen College of Hospitality Management, 9907 Universal Boulevard in Orlando, Florida. The same information is being presented on both days. This presentation will also be posted to the project website. This meeting will provide you with an opportunity to review project details, ask questions, and provide comments concerning the project. In this presentation, we will discuss the project location, project development process, proposed design, project schedule, and submitting questions or comments. The purpose of these three coordinated projects is to provide interim operational and safety improvements at the main interchange between Florida's Turnpike, State Road 91, the Beachline Expressway, State Road 528, and Orange Blossom Trail. These include widening of the left turn lane on Consulate Drive, widening of the left turn lane on the southbound Turnpike exit ramp to Consulate Drive, and extending the right turn lane on Orange Blossom Trail. In addition, The project introduces a new westbound exit ramp from State Road 528 to La Quinta Drive and a new eastbound on-ramp to State Road 528 from Gills Drive to be constructed in a future project. Together, these projects are aimed at improving access to Orange Blossom Trail and the Florida Mall area, alleviating congestion on State Road 528 and adjacent ramps, removing toll infrastructure on westbound State Road 528, and enhancing safety and traffic flow. FPID 444979-3 is studying a potential new truck parking facility along westbound State Road 528 near the off-ramp to La Quinta Drive at milepost 5.5. Florida's Turnpike Enterprise follows the Florida Department of Transportation's five-phase project development process for delivering needed infrastructure improvements to communities throughout the state. The phases include planning, project development and environment or PD&E study, design, right-of-way acquisition, and construction. Planning and PD&E phases of this project have been completed, and the project is currently in the design phase. The design phase is when the construction plans and project costs are developed. The design phase is followed by right-of-way acquisition and construction. Right-of-way acquisition is expected to begin in the fourth quarter of 2026. Construction is tentatively expected to start in the first quarter of 2028. The Orlando South Interchange is in Orange County at the intersection of Florida's Turnpike and State Road 528, the Beachline Expressway. It was originally constructed in 1964 to provide turnpike access to Orange Blossom Trail. It has been modified over the years to meet the changing needs of the area and users, and now includes connections to the Beachline Expressway. Operational issues result from the current configuration, the location of the interchange, as well as the volume and characteristics of the traffic. Recognizing the need for improvements, the enterprise completed a PD&E study for the Orlando South Ultimate Interchange Improvement Project in May of 2021. On this slide, we have an aerial view of the Orlando South Interchange at Florida's Turnpike, State Road 528, and Orange Blossom Trail in Orange County. North is oriented to the top. The Project Development and Environment, or PD&E study, was a large regional study which covered 3.4 miles along Florida's Turnpike, 3.8 miles along State Road 528, as well as multiple interchanges. Alternatives were evaluated, and a preferred alternative was selected which met the PD&E study's purpose and need of enhancing safety, addressing traffic demand, improving travel time reliability, providing long-term mobility, enhancing evacuation routes, and avoiding or minimizing environmental impacts. The preferred alternative identified in this PD&E study included improvements to the main interchange, including new direct connect ramps between Florida's Turnpike and the Beachline Expressway to improve efficiency. In addition, the Beachline Expressway bridges over Florida's Turnpike would be replaced to allow for additional lanes on Florida's Turnpike. Improved ramp operations are addressed with all electronic tolling and the elimination of ramp weaving. The preferred alternative also proposed two new reliever interchanges connected to the local street system. One interchange, known as the Voltaire Drive Interchange, would be constructed just east of the Florida Mall along State Road 528. The other would be at Taft Vineland Road along Florida's Turnpike. In addition, improvements are proposed along Consulate Drive, as well as the Orange Blossom Trail and Consulate Drive intersection. Large projects like this are often delivered in segments, and PD&E studies are often reevaluated. This project will be delivered in segments, and the PD&E study is being reevaluated. The first segment slated for construction is the Florida's Turnpike Reliever Interchange at Taft Vineland Road, which is expected to begin construction by the end of 2026. The Voltaire interchange recommended in the PD&E study connected the Beachline to Land Street Road to the south and Sand Lake Road to the north, via a new bridge that crosses the Beachline Expressway and ties into the existing Voltaire Drive. As part of the PD&E reevaluation, which was completed in 2024, the enterprise identified an alternative that minimized impacts, lowered costs, and could be delivered sooner. The main purpose of the Voltaire Drive interchange was to eliminate these ramps to and from Land Street Road, reducing congestion along Land Street Road and its intersection with Orange Blossom Trail, while also providing for operational improvements on the beach line and the remaining loop ramp. To achieve this, the study recommended an interchange located just west of the Voltaire Drive interchange, which would maintain the same functionality, allow for the closure of the Land Street Road ramps, and could deliver needed congestion relief in the near term. Solution consists of a new Beachline eastbound on-ramp from Gills Drive, which would replace the existing eastbound loop ramp from Land Street Road, and a new Beachline westbound off-ramp to La Quinta Drive, which would replace the existing westbound ramp connection to Land Street Road. Associated improvements along Gills Drive include realignment and a new roundabout. Associated improvements along La Quinta Drive include a new roundabout and improvements from the roundabout to its intersection with Orange Blossom Trail. The new off-ramp will connect the westbound Beachline Expressway traffic to Orange Blossom Trail via La Quinta Drive. To reach Orange Blossom Trail, traffic will first exit the Beachline Expressway and maneuver through the roundabout and onto La Quinta Drive. The roundabout maintains the function of the existing cul-de-sac by allowing eastbound traffic along La Quinta Drive to turn around and head back westbound. Traffic that proceeded through the roundabout and reaches Orange Blossom Trail can turn right, go straight, or turn left using either the existing lane or the additional turn lane constructed as part of this project. The roundabout on Gills Drive will continue to support through movements both eastbound and westbound, while also providing access to the eastbound Beachline on-ramp from Land Street Road via Gills Drive. The proposed improvements along La Quinta Drive have the potential to provide some relief to the statewide shortage of available tractor-trailer parking. The PD&E reevaluation currently underway is studying locating truck parking in an outparcel owned by the Florida Mall. Ingress and egress would be via the roundabout. Two projects drawn from these PD&E studies have advanced to final design. The first project will construct only the westbound portion of the interchange south of Florida Mall, providing access to Orange Blossom Trail from the beach line shown here. The proposed improvements include a new off-ramp from the westbound Beachline Expressway, State Road 528, to La Quinta Drive, a new roundabout at La Quinta Drive, milling, resurfacing, and restriping of La Quinta Drive to provide an additional westbound lane, proposed lighting along the ramp and roundabout, and intersection upgrades at La Quinta Drive and US 441 Orange Blossom Trail. This diagram is a cross-section along La Quinta Drive showing the addition of a westbound lane along with 6-foot wide sidewalks. The second project currently in design includes interim improvements at the Orlando South Main Interchange, which are the first step towards greater future improvements. The interim improvements will help increase safety and relieve traffic congestion along Consulate Drive near Florida's Turnpike. These improvements include providing 2 dedicated left turn lanes and 2 through lanes on the Florida's Turnpike southbound exit ramp to Consulate Drive, adding a 3rd left turn lane on Consulate Drive at US 441, and extending the right turn lane on Orange Blossom Trail. This view provides more detail on the right-of-way required to complete construction of the projects currently in design. The westbound off-ramp onto La Quinta Drive will require approximately 1.4 acres of right-of-way for the exit ramp and roundabout. The required right-of-way will expand to 7 acres with the inclusion of the truck parking. In the future, when the eastbound portion of the interchange is constructed from Gills Drive, it will require approximately 2/3 of an acre of right-of-way for the roadway realignment and roundabout. As part of the overall improvements, there will be access management changes along both Consulate Drive and La Quinta Drive. These changes are being made to enhance the safety and well-being of the traveling public. The graphic on the left indicates existing permitted movements, and the graphic on the right indicates the proposed condition. The median modifications on Consulate Drive just west of Orange Blossom Trail will prohibit left turn movements. For the parcels on the north side of Consulate Drive, the left turn access into the driveway will remain the same, but the through and left turns for vehicles leaving the driveway will be prohibited. The left turn access from Consulate Drive onto Access Road will also be prohibited. U-turns at the end of the traffic separator would be permitted. On the south side of Consulate Drive, a common access road to 4 businesses will no longer have left turns connected to westbound Consulate Drive, and access from Consulate Drive for westbound traffic will be prohibited. Planned improvements along La Quinta Drive would close the existing median opening just east of Orange Blossom Trail to accommodate the second left turn lane from westbound La Quinta Drive to southbound Orange Blossom Trail. Left turns into and out of the parcels closest to Orange Blossom Trail will be prohibited. However, right turns into and out of the properties on both the north and south sides of La Quinta Drive would still be permitted. Drivers from the parcels on the south side of La Quinta Drive needing access to Orange Blossom Trail would have to make a U-turn along La Quinta Drive. A median will be constructed just west of the new roundabout on La Quinta Drive. This means a left turn from eastbound La Quinta Drive into the Sunbelt Center parking lot would now be prohibited. Traffic would still be permitted to make right turns into and out of the Sunbelt Center parking lot along westbound La Quinta Drive. There are no access management changes proposed at Orange County Fire Station 53 along La Quinta Drive. However, the increase in traffic volume westbound on La Quinta Drive does warrant the addition of emergency traffic control signals to facilitate the ingress and egress of emergency vehicles. Traffic analysis performed confirms the operational improvements resulting from these projects. The analysis includes 8 signalized intersections along the Orange Blossom Trail corridor, from north of Sand Lake Road to south of Taft Vineland Road. Under build conditions, there is an overall 9% reduction in cumulative intersection delay compared to the no-build scenario. In addition to intersection performance, corridor travel times were evaluated for the peak hour between 5 and 6 p.m. in the year 2035. Along Orange Blossom Trail, the build condition provides travel time improvements in both directions, with reductions in both the southbound and northbound directions. Along State Road 528, the build condition results in substantial travel time savings, with reductions exceeding 50% in both directions. That's a 9-minute reduction eastbound and a 12-minute reduction westbound. These results are preliminary and subject to change. This project provides several important benefits to both travelers and the surrounding community. These include enhancing safety by reducing crashes and creating a safe travel environment. It also improves mobility by making travel times more reliable and accommodating travel demands. In addition, the project supports faster emergency response and evacuation, strengthening overall community safety. Community awareness is a key priority for Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, particularly before and during construction. Roadway signage will be placed in advance of any closures to keep the public informed. In addition, ongoing communication will be maintained with local stakeholders and agencies. Property owners, tenants, and businesses will also receive notifications to ensure everyone is aware of upcoming construction activities. You can sign up to be on our mailing list on the project website. Safety is our top priority throughout the construction project. Work zones are designed to protect both workers and travelers. Traffic pattern changes will be minimized wherever possible to reduce disruption, and traffic will be maintained throughout construction. Nightly lane closures may occur. Occasional nighttime detours will be required for limited construction activities. This slide highlights key milestones for this project. The design phase for this project began in the third quarter of last year. Following tonight's public information meeting, a public hearing is scheduled for December 2026. Both are to share updates and gather input from stakeholders and the community. The right of way acquisition process is expected to begin in the fourth quarter of 2026, and the construction letting is scheduled for the first quarter of 2028. Please note this schedule is subject to change. Your comments are essential to this process and will help Florida's Turnpike Enterprise understand your concerns and suggestions for improvements. You may email the project manager directly or submit your comments by U.S. mail to the project manager. While written comments and questions are accepted at any time, we ask that you provide comments that you may have in connection with this public meeting by June 29th, 2026. Please note that all questions and comments received related to this project will receive a response in writing. To view the documents presented at tonight's meeting, find more information on this project, or submit questions online, please visit the project website at https://www.floridasturnpike.com/Orlando South Interchange, or scan the on screen QR code now. On behalf of the Florida Department of Transportation, Florida Turnpike Enterprise, and the consultant project team, we thank you for your interest in this project and for attending this design public information meeting.
I hope you found the project video informative. We will now address frequently asked questions related to this project. The first question about the presentation is about the presentation. The question is, I'm calling from the phone and I can't see the information presented. How can I view the presentation? If you join the meeting and are unable to see the information being presented, you can always visit the website. All the displays and videos from today's public meeting are available on the project website at www.floridasturnpike.com/Orlando South Interchange. The next question is, how do I navigate the public meeting exhibit room? To view the project exhibits included in the presentation, visit the project website and click Public Information Meeting Exhibit Room button located at the top of the page. The new page that opens will include a list of exhibits. If you click on one of the exhibit titles, the exhibit, along with a brief description, will open and allow you to zoom in and out. The exhibits on the project website are the same ones that will be shown at the in-person meeting at the UCF Rosen College of Hospitality Management at 9907 Universal Boulevard in Orlando on Thursday, June 18th, 2026. The next question is, when will construction begin? And what is the overall time frame for construction? The construction is expected to begin the first quarter of 2028 and take approximately 1 to 2 years to complete. Note that this schedule is subject to change. For more information about the project, you can visit the project website at www.floridasturnpike.com/Orlando South Interchange to explore the public information meeting exhibit room and submit any additional questions or comments. A recording of this public information meeting will also be available on the project website. And finally, the Florida Department of Transportation, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, would like to remind everyone that June is Safe Summer Travel Month. During the holiday and vacation season, Florida's roads can be some of the busiest in the country. Speed limits are in place to keep you and those around you safe. Together, we can create a safer summer for all by slowing down and staying cool on the road. That concludes tonight's design public information meeting for Orlando South Interchange Phase 1, Beachline Interchange at La Quinta Drive, and truck parking at Beachline Milepost 5.5. If you have any questions about the project that we didn't cover this evening, or you'd like more information, feel free to reach out to me. On behalf of Florida's Department of Transportation, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, I thank you for the interest in this project. Have a good evening.